So today I'm going to do another case study, and this is going to be one of those net worth busting cash flow type of deals that are really going to get you pumped up. Now, if you don't know me, before I jump in, my name is Todd Toback, and I've wholesaled a little bit more than 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were locked up by somebody on my team and not by me personally. And I specialize in transforming real estate hustlers into real estate business owners so that they can own an asset that's going to throw off cash month after month after month without their personal day-to-day involvement. Now, if you've not been to my site, nextlevelwholesaling.com, I've created an assessment there for you. I actually created this for me when I first got started getting out of hustle mode. And really, I wanted to score myself every single quarter so that I could improve. And when you take this thing, it's going to take you like 2 minutes. It's really going to be eye-opening on that very next step that you need to take to really break free. I know what it's like to run around like a chicken with your head cut off and have unpredictable cash flow and be chasing deals month after month after month, just feeling like there's no end in sight. I've been there. There's a lot of anxiety attached to it. And sometimes you're wondering, hey, I might as well get a job, because that's where I was, right? So take the assessment, and it's going to really open your eyes, and you're going to say, hey, this is the very next step that I need to take to start building this thing into an asset that's going to spew off predictable cash flow. So go to nextlevelwholesaling.com, nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessment, and I promise you, you will absolutely love it. All right, so let's get into the topic of today's video, and that is a case study on a deal that I'm working on. And one of the benefits of building a team and really pulling yourself out of the business is that you start to get clarity. You start to see things that you didn't see. You start to spot opportunities that you didn't spot, and you could really start to build your net worth, right? That's what this business is all about, is creating cash flow and building your net worth. Now, unfortunately, a lot of wholesalers never get there. They wind up just getting in this high-paying job, and at the end of the day, they really have nothing, right? And so the type of deals that I'm going to share with you today is something that can really help combat that. And when you start to build the team, or even if you're still a one-man shop, you can implement this. And so I'm just going to jump right into the deal. So this was actually a deal that came across our desk. It was a low equity deal. One of our acquisition specialists got on the phone, and it was a follow-up lead. And turned out this seller had inherited the property, had a bad tenant living in it, actually a family member, our favorite kind of deal. And there wasn't that much equity on it. You know, ARV after repaired value is probably like 470, 480. And the seller owed 330 with back payments. Seller wasn't making the payments. And so, you know, if you try to buy this thing and fix it and flip it, by the way, the seller wanted like 370 and 380. So the numbers are kind of tight. And so I said, look, you know, this is not going to be able to be a fix and flip, but what if we could turn this into one of our net worth cash flowing busting type of deals? So I got involved in the deal. I helped our acquisition specialist. I said, listen, ask the seller if we could actually take over the existing mortgage on the property, which was about $330,000 of existing financing. I think it was a Bank of America first mortgage at a 5% interest rate. Total payments, all in with taxes, insurance, mortgage payments, the PITI, all in is about $1,900. This house rents out for $2,200-$2,300. We said, listen, what if we can take over the existing mortgage of $330,000 and we can give you $40,000 of cash? Seller thought about it for a second and said, hey, you know, this loan is in my father's name. I don't really care, right? Sure, as long as I get my $40,000 cash. Boom, signed the contract, and we are now the owner of a great property in a great location, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. House is in decent condition, right? Worth about $450 as is, right? Maybe $440, $450 as is. But here's where things get interesting. This loan on the property is about 8 years old. House is in an up-and-coming area. If I wholesale this thing, maybe on my best day, I might be able to get $10,000, right? 480 ARV. I'm buying it for 370, 380 with closing costs, back payments, all that other garbage. There's not a whole lot of meat on the bone. So what are we going to do? Well, we've got a few options. Number one is I could just keep it, right? I could invest the $40,000 into this house. Every single month that loan is going to pay down. Remember, it's 8 years old. Hopefully, over time, this house is in a great location. The house is going to appreciate through the downs and the ups of the real estate market 2 or 3%, right? So now I've got an asset, you know, a $400,000 house. that, or 450, that's going to appreciate 3% a year. After 10 years, hey, the numbers don't look so bad, right? I've got a $550,000 house that I paid, $350 for. Not bad, right, for a $40,000 investment. I could also get a partner, right? Have them fund the down payment, and we could split the equity and cash flow, appreciation, everything 50-50. I could do that, right? If you have no money and you're first getting started out, don't let money be an object. Find the deal and the money will follow. I did that a lot when during the real estate crash of 2009, I wasn't making that much money, right? And so I brought on some partners on some deals, and I was able to buy real estate that I normally would not have bought without bringing on partners, right? The other thing that we could do once we take title is I could sell this on a wraparound mortgage with owner finance terms. There's a lot of people out there who make great income, who can't prove their income. Entrepreneurs, they could be self-employed individuals, right? Same thing, right? But other people who have got some dings on their credit make great money, but can't get a loan because they've got some late payments. So I could sell this thing for $480, $490 with owner financing. Underlying loan is 5%. I could wrap the whole entire thing at 6% and create a cash flow of $700 or $800 a month. We have not decided our exit strategy on this property, but we could do one of those three, right? I could rent it. I could get a partner and also keep it. I could also buy it and sell it on a wraparound mortgage. And then also maybe, if I buy it, I could sell it retail to a retail buyer as is, maybe make $30,000 or $40,000. Here's the great thing, though, to think about, is that as you're out there and you're doing deals and you've got a team, you're going to come across more of these. Your eyes are going to be open. You're going to be able to think and slow down, because once you've got steady cash flow coming in from the business, you then can start to invest in cash flowing assets. I can tell you that some of the best moves I've made over the last 10 years have been real estate that I've held, notes that I've created, and deals that I've held for the long term. I love the wholesaling business. One other thing to think about is that when you make wholesaling income, it is taxed as ordinary income. That means full tax rate. If you're in California, it means you're paying almost 40% of your income to the government. If you're in other parts of the country, it's not as punitive. But if you hold on to it for a year, you're going to pay long-term capital gains, which is another pay raise. If you hold it for a long period of time and maybe sell it, you could 1031 exchange and totally tax defer it indefinitely until you die, which is one of the great things about real estate. But the purpose of today's video is I really want to inspire you on what's possible. Go out there, build a team. Don't be a slave to this business, all right? Build a small team, okay? It doesn't have to be a huge team. Build a small, efficient, profitable team. Build your net worth. Build your cash flow. Use this thing to serve you, not the other way around. Let me know what you think about deals like this, by the way. Today was very real. I'm still pondering what we're going to do with this deal, but I'm pretty excited about it. One of the four that I explained today is my exit strategy. So I'd love to hear what you think. If you got any ideas for a future video, please leave a comment below. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, and make sure to head over to nextlevelwholesaling.com. Take that assessment. I promise you, you'll love it. Talk to you soon.